video, and I've got a red button there, and I'm going to switch over to see. Here we go with Patti. Hi, Patti.
Hello, good afternoon.
All right, so we're going to take this as our third session in dealing with securing your passwords and getting you to a state where we can remove the Norton 360 because that's just been interfering with your work and giving you troubles on the computer. So let's see, and we're going. Yeah, you have changed some of your more of your passwords since our
Yes,
last session,
correct.
and at this point, we don't think Norton 360 has any more of your remembered passwords. So we're going to be uninstalling Norton 360, and then we had a text in exchange. I think it was about uh, remembering your passwords. We had talked previously about using LastPass as a password manager. And as we've been working through this, I'm questioning whether you need a password manager at all. You might. The most significant thing is that any password manager helps with you managing your passwords. One of the problems that people, I think, have happen is they install a password manager and they think it's going to take care of it all, but that's not true. You have to manage your passwords, meaning you have to create secure passwords on all the sites where you have accounts. If you just install a password manager and it's only managing your insecure passwords, then that doesn't help. And that was the situation you found yourself in a bit, and we're getting cleaned up. So now, once we uninstall Norton 360, if you go without a password manager, you could allow Google Chrome to remember your passwords as long as your Google Chrome password is a good secure password. But the next thing is you won't have that on your cell phone because you have Norton 360 or LifeLock, Norton 360 LifeLock,
Right.
however that name goes, on your smartphone, and it has the ability to remember passwords for you. So if you find that you're having to enter passwords on your smartphone too much and you think it would
Yes.
be nice to have um, LastPass or another password manager, that would be a reason to have it. Okay, so let's. I'm going to switch over to your computer, and we'll minimize the Zoom window you have open, and it still shows you a little image of me. You've already turned off the display of your desktop icons. And another piece that we wanted to look at is whether your Windows 10 is logging in with a Microsoft account or a local user account. So I'm going to be blurring your screen at certain points here to prevent accidental display of something. I'm clicking on your Windows button in the bottom left corner of the screen. And then let's see, there's nothing here that looks private, is there?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to briefly show this screen. I'm going to move the mouse straight up from where it is now to go to your profile icon. Your profile icon is that round circle that has a little stick figure person on it. Let's see, you know what? I can move the mouse up next to it here. It's to the left of the mouse arrow. Now I'm blurring your screen. When I float the mouse over it, it pops up your username, which is just your first name, and we've already revealed that. So I can unblur this, right?
Yes.
All right, so this just shows your username here. Now that doesn't clearly indicate yet whether this is logging in with a Microsoft account or a local account. The reason we care about that is if it was your Microsoft account, then it is tied to your Microsoft 360 account, 365. All those two
Yeah.
programs use the number 360 and 365. Sometimes I miss it. All right. But anyway, I'm going to go to another method here, blurring the screen again. And in the search field down here in the bottom left corner, I'm going to type the word sign. I'm particularly interested in sign in options. So the word sign didn't get me there. I'm going to do a hyphen and then the word in. Yeah, let's see. Is it without a hyphen? because that still didn't get me there. There's sign in options. It does have a hyphen, but that didn't get me there. There's nothing private here, so I'm going to unblur the screen. So I typed in the search field sign in, and at the top of that list gives me sign in options. That's what I want to see. Blurring the screen again, clicking on sign in options. And let's see, at this screen, we don't have anything private, so unblurring. Now I'm going to go down these menu options on the left, and I'm looking for information about how this computer is signing in. Blurring the screen on your info. It does give us an email address. So this indicates you are signing in with a Microsoft account that uses this email address. And I know you have, I think, 2 personal email addresses and 1 work address.
So would you suggest, since I've had trouble with that one, would you suggest changing that? I'm assuming I can.
Is that one of your personal accounts, or is that the work?
Yes.
That must be personal, yeah, because
Yes.
it's Comcast.net. Do you know what the password is for that currently?
Yeah, I'm looking. I think I changed it. Hold on.
It might be.
I think I did change it. Okay, so where do we go to find out if it works?
When you turn your computer on, do you have to type in that password, or do you maybe use a
No,
PIN
it's a
code?
different password. My computer is set up with a different password that was created by the school district technology. So that's a different password than my Microsoft Office, because I'm looking right now at where I kept my Microsoft Office, and it's different.
Okay. Well, your screen is still blurred. I'm going to look at a couple other menu options
Oh,
here.
and Doug, I had another question. I also installed, as part of this whole Norton, and that's another thing I'd like your opinion on, the Microsoft Authenticator. So I'm getting, when I open things that at times on my computer, it goes to my cell phone to use that app.
Okay, so you're getting a 2-factor authentication in those instances. Is that happening when you actually sign on to your computer?
No.
Okay,
no.
I wouldn't think so. That's probably happening when you're
going
doing
to
something
website.
A website that perhaps is Microsoft related.
No, because I don't know how much, I haven't been paying attention how much it's tied into Norton. So
okay.
I think something like, if I were to, trying to think, let's say if I went to Sears, it might.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. I haven't paid close attention.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave that as an unanswered question right now.
Okay.
So going from your info to the email accounts page.
Oh, and I don't even use that second one at all. That second email.
The second one?
No.
Okay. So these are accounts used by email, calendar, and contacts. And down here we have in the work or school section, we have that personal account that this computer appears to sign in with, and that is one of the 3 up here. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Sign in options. Scrolling down to see if there's anything informative here. That one is turned on for use my sign-in info to automatically finish setting up my device and reopen apps after an update or restart. And doesn't have anything set there. Then work or school account. There's no work or school account connected. Family and other users. There's nobody else signed up or configured to use this computer. And then all the sync settings are on, but you don't have another computer. And so that's probably irrelevant. All right. So, and let's see, what version of Windows are we? Pro or Home?
I don't, you want to go?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do some things here. I'm
Okay.
unblurring to get back, show the desktop here, and then I'm going to do a Windows key R to bring up the run window. Nothing private there, and then type WinVer, WINVER, and that's going to show us the version of specific version of Windows. Nothing private there. So this is Windows 10 Pro operating system and version 1909, which is the year 2019, and the month was September when this major version was created. All right. So it is Windows 10 Pro is the main thing I was looking for. And then for your Microsoft account, let's go test what that is. I'm going to blur the screen and open your Google Chrome window that's down here. There's nothing personal. Let's see, this looks like an email tab.
That's Xfinity. If you go to the right on this with the blue icon, this is my district email page.
I'm not sure I'm seeing the blue icon you're referring
right
to.
up, you see it up here where it says paused?
Oh, paused, yeah.
So this is my personal.
All right, well, I just want to close this Xfinity tab.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. All right, so close that. Now there's nothing private at risk, so unblurring. And then up here in the address bar, I'm just going to type office.com. And we're blurred again. And then we're going to attempt to sign in there. Now I want to drag this video out of the way. Let's drag that down. Nope, we don't have a sign in over there. Okay, you see that orange button for sign in? And
Doug, you don't think this is it?
Yeah, that looks like that'll do it too.
Oops, don't do it yet?
You know what? There's nothing private here, so let's use the back button so I can show this, that left arrow. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to unblur. There's nothing private there. So go ahead and show us that profile button on the right-hand side is a circle with a stick figure. Click on that, and that'll go to sign in to your account. So in here, you'll put that email address that we saw that your computer is actually signing in as. That's what we want to put here. We're going to attempt to sign into your Microsoft Office account, and you are blurred.
Okay.
So go ahead and type in that email address.
Next.
Yes. And yeah, close that with the X. Now, how's this screen? We do have some private things here, so I won't unblur. And so that did log into your Microsoft account. That's all we were trying to confirm, is that password you just used is actually the password for your Microsoft account. Is that the same password you used when you start up your computer?
No, but we can test it, because I think what I did was change it when I got worried. So where would I check? Because I don't think so.
Well, let's try this. Let's close the Google Chrome window that we have open.
Right here? No, Google Chrome.
No, just the X in the upper right corner. Close the entire program. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to log out of your computer, and then you'll put in your password to log in, and your screen is blurred.
You want me to just say log out?
No, not there. Go up to your profile name right there and click sign out, and the remote connection will stay active. Well, it's saying reboot on my end. That was a surprise. What do you have on your side? Oh, I lost you. that ended the Zoom session. Yeah, the computer's actually rebooting. Well, that's unusual. Oh, I know why. It's because we used a different method for the remote connection than what I usually use. So here it comes again. I'll do the remote session. Okay. And here we go, blurring her screen. We're back on. So I'm going to minimize that, and I'm going to bring her back in to the Zoom session. No, 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 no. And then the name. So first I had to put in the session ID and then Patti's name. And then connecting and join. And then join with video. Okay, so that was an oops. And let's see, do I have you back yet? I don't hear you yet, Patti, so hang on. Why? Stop video, mute. Where's your microphone? Here's your microphone. It doesn't show mute. Why am I not hearing you? Okay. Let's come over to this window. That's there, that's there, that's there. Everything looks right. Okay, not working. Turn on originals. How about that one? No, that's not doing it. Oh, this looks like it. Hang on, I still don't hear you. Let's see, there's the speaker. No, that's right. That's right. Okay, how about on Patti's computer? I'm going to check. Microphone settings. Microphone's the same as system. Speaker is same as system. That all looks okay. We're going to go to audio settings on Patti's computer. And automatically joined by audio. That's not what I wanted. Should be audio settings. I was expecting to see an area to test your audio. Here's a gear icon in the upper right corner of Zoom. Still always my mute, automatically adjust volume. I'm wondering if maybe the sound is coming through and I'm just not hearing. I'm going to try changing my speaker. Okay, say something for me. No, I still don't. Still don't hear you. Why am I not hearing anything? Okay, I'm going to end the meeting on my side and then restart the meeting. And Patti, if you'll go back to the method that you used originally to enter the Zoom meeting, we'll try that way. Did you understand? Give me a thumbs up or yes? Okay, good enough. Now my camera is messed up. Oh, joy. I think I can hear you now.
Okay.
Well, that was a true mess up. Not quite sure. Well, actually, I do know a part of that is that um, my usual method for connecting to a client's computer is different than the way I connect to yours. I usually have a capability to connect to a client's computer without them doing anything on their end, but I'm not doing that through the YouTube videos. So you actually initiate the remote connection from your side. So when you signed out, I lost remote connection to your computer. And of course, we also lost the Zoom session. So that wasn't a valid way to do this. When you logged back into your computer, were you using that same password that you used for the Microsoft website?
No. I
No.
use, when I log into my computer, I use this password that I have overused and overused and overused. That was set up by the person who put my computer together. So it's the one that's
Okay.
very overused.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing that's your that's just a local user account,
Okay.
and that's really not of concern because that's not exposed to the internet.
Okay.
All right. So let's continue on. I'm going to switch to your computer and minimize your Zoom screen. And that's your Zoom session. And we'll minimize that. Close that email account tab. And I'm blurring again and checking to be sure we've got everything else okay. We don't actually need that open at all. Check this Google Chrome, we're good. Okay. So focus, get back to where we were. If you're using that overused password to log in, that's got to be a local account password. We know it's not your Microsoft account, so that's okay. I think we're ready to uninstall LifeLock.
Okay. So are you familiar? Am I able to just uninstall it, or do I have to let them know so that I can get a refund? I'm assuming I can.
Yeah, you would have to cancel your subscription with them. So we ought to go look at that first. And let's go
Okay.
down to the system tray in the bottom right corner to gain access to that. And I'm going to keep blurring the screen every time I click on something to prevent unintentionally exposing something. Okay, so here's the Norton LifeLock icon in the system tray area. And I'm left click on that, and that opens it up. Is there anything private visible here? I don't think so.
No.
All right. So here's displaying this screen. And we're looking for a way to cancel your subscription. And I'd be expecting it to be over here on the gear icon, which should give us access to your account. Blurred. And I did a single left click on the gear icon. We're waiting for that to respond. It seems like it has not responded. I'm clicking again.
You want me to do it? You want me to try?
Just a moment. Yep, go ahead and try because I'm not getting any response. All right, so that gets us into launch view. That's just how the view is. That's not taking us to your account. I see up here in the upper left, there's a subscription status and active, and it looks like that active is clickable. I'm going to try clicking on that, and it's not responding. You go ahead and click on it, And I think what's happening here is there's another piece of how I'm connected to you remotely that is not my normal way of connecting. So there's some things that are security oriented, apparently, that I'm not able to click on.
Okay.
So now we have a subscription status, and it shows automatically renews October 7th, 2021. So we want to prevent that. And there's a view details button and an enter key clickable. Let's go for view details. You're blurred. That goes to their website where you can sign in. Go ahead and sign in. It has your email address that's associated with this account. So you type in your password here. Is that the overused password, or is that
no, it is
something
not.
else?
It's a new one.
Okay. Okay.
You want me to sign in?
Yes. Okay, now let's just hold right here for a minute. I've got to do something on my computer related to the YouTube video. If you could just hold on for a minute. That whole thing that we went through with the sign out messed up something else about my camera, my webcam. There, this fixes it. And then put this back the way I like it. There, there, and then back to your computer. Okay. It's got your username in the upper right corner, and that's usually where information about your account is. So that profile icon in the upper right corner where your name is. See what options are there. You might need to drag my video out of the way. And my subscriptions, that looks like a good choice. Before you click on that.
Oops, sorry. Let me go back. Okay.
Yeah, let me display that. Okay, so it's just this menu that has those 4 options, and go ahead and click on my subscription. You're blurred. All right, is there anything
right
private here?
I don't know, but I see right here.
Yeah, let me hang on a second. I don't see anything private on this screen. I'd like to display that, what you're about to click on. So there's a cancel subscription renewal on the right hand side. Go ahead and click on that. You're blurred. Then I'm going to unblur that. We recognize these uncertain times, and for that reason, we'd like to extend your subscription by 30 days, no additional cost. So they have a great big yellow button there for stay subscribed. They don't have a real obvious way to continue with the unsubscribing method, but the bottom right corner, there's a inconspicuous continue button. Go ahead and do that. And then it's asking for a reason. It looks like we're going to have to select a reason because the continue button doesn't appear to be clickable. So go ahead and do that drop down. And these look like they're not clickable, but for me, I'd like to use that one at the bottom. I'd rather not respond unless you'd prefer to do one of the others. Oh, now the continue button looks like it's available. So go ahead and click continue and turn off automatic renewal. So this isn't actually canceling the subscription. It's turning off automatic renewal. And we do want to turn that off, but that's a little kind of ambiguous wording. So go ahead and click turn off.
I'd probably say it's a way to keep my money.
Yeah, because they're not going to refund the unused portion of your
I'm
subscription.
probably going to I'm probably going to have to call. So turn it off.
Yeah.
Off.
Okay, so it says your subscription will end on 10/7/21, and you just signed up for this recently.
Right.
And you are unhappy with it, and that's the reason why you are canceling. So yeah, you could try calling them to refund it. I do not know what that experience will be like. So go ahead and click the close button. And here we're back at this.
What's interesting, isn't it interesting that it still says protect? Well,
it continues to that date because you're
yeah,
paid
I've
through
already
that
paid
date.
it. Right.
Yeah, yeah. But it's causing you too much nuisance for your usage of the
Yes.
computer. You want it uninstalled even though
Right.
you've already paid for
So Doug,
it
since
through the
I've
company.
already paid for it and I'm going to pay for a certain portion of it, should I be using, because I have not done anything with it, it hadn't been responsive, should I be using their dark web or don't worry about that?
I'm
Their,
not sure what you mean about using their dark web.
their dark web protection, am I still blurred?
Now you are.
Okay, let me show you. Am I not going to be able to go back? Or maybe I have to go here. That's interesting. Where is, it's under what you get. No, it's not this. It's not this. Okay, so hold on. Disabled. Oh, that's interesting. Or maybe that's part of it. Let me go back. Can I go back? Do you mind if I go? Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's interesting. I used to have all that stuff up here, didn't I? Oh, there we go. So let me go in here. Now it's not going to, let me see. I don't quite understand why, because it's been giving me these messages about the dark web. No. Mm-hmm. Oh well, I'll have to go back and look at it on my own because I'm not, and you're not concerned about that.
No, I'm not. I'm not. And once you said, you first asked, should you continue with their dark web? And that's what I said. I don't know what you mean by that. And then you said dark web protection. So that makes sense that that they have or that they claim to protect you somehow from the dark web. That's not really that's not really an issue that comes up.
Okay.
You've got to make a focused attempt to access the dark web. It doesn't just actively come at you.
So basically, they're using that as a selling point for their
Yeah,
services.
I think so. They have a lot of things, a lot of scare tactics here to try to get you into their system and keep you into the system. Um, you know what? When I drive my car from my home up to the other end of town, it is possible that somebody on the in the oncoming traffic might swerve over into my lane and crash into me. That doesn't cause me to stop driving my car or even to be panicked about driving it. I don't have any special protection against that happening. So are there bad things, gremlins out there? Yes, there are. Are they actively going to come at you? Well, I say no, that's not really a big risk factor. And I say that based upon the number of years that I've been doing this work and the very zero number of times I've seen somebody hit by what would be called the dark web.
Okay.
That's just not a thing.
Okay. So should we move just towards uninstalling the Norton
Yeah.
LiveWindowsTraining and the mobile? So where do I go? I don't remember.
In the mobile on your cell phone
Yeah,
or
I can do that easily with the app, but I don't remember on
yeah.
here. I
Yeah,
don't.
on here, we have not yet uninstalled it. All we have done is turned off the auto renewal for your
Okay.
subscription. So to uninstall it, we're going to go into the control panel, and there's a few ways to get there. Now, I'm just contemplating what would be the best to speak through to you that you can reproduce this at a later time. It's used to be a simpler conversation with Windows 7. Let's the way that Microsoft intends for this to be done is to go to the Windows button in the bottom left corner and type settings. Or actually that gear icon. Yeah, just click on the gear icon. That's the way Microsoft wants you to do it. Now here we do, you were blurred before you came to this window, and it has your email address, so we'll keep it blurred. And then in here there is apps. On the left hand side middle, you're pointing to it already. Go ahead and click on apps. Now let's see, do we have anything private here before you scroll?
I don't.
I don't see anything.
No.
All right, so you're unblurred now. So this is unfortunate, and a lot of computer techs don't like the way they've done this because we don't get to see all programs here that are installed. Go ahead and scroll down and see if you find Norton, Norton LifeLock or Norton 360, whatever they call it. And yeah, okay, there it is, Norton 360. Okay, so we may be able to uninstall it from here. Does that look like your installation date when you installed it? It shows
yeah,
October
probably
10th.
a couple weeks ago. Yeah, probably.
Sounds good. Okay, single left click on Norton 360 and then click uninstall. This app and related info will be uninstalled. Go ahead. And you probably had a confirmation message that we did not get to see on the video. And then, are you sure you want to install? And it's got two buttons down at the bottom, keep my protection, and very kind of discreetly is remove my protection. So go ahead and click remove my protection. And then there's a choice. I plan to reinstall or uninstall Norton and remove all of my user data. That's what you ought to do. Go ahead and then click the uninstall button in the bottom right. You might have another confirmation window. Okay, now unblurring, and it's asking you to tell them why.
Can't I do that? Can't I skip that?
Yeah, it looks like you can skip that and just go straight to uninstall. It would have been really neat if their tell us why would give you the option to request a refund of the unused portion, but I seriously don't think that would have been there.
And while we're doing that, should I uninstall it on my cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just talk through that for your cell phone. Let's see, you have, I think, an Android phone.
Yes, I do.
You just hold down the home button probably to get the icons kind of shaking on the screen, and then drag it off the screen or click an X that's on that icon. Is that what it is?
When I touch the icon, I come up with select items, remove from home, uninstall app info, and I go uninstall.
There you go. All right.
And then it's asking me, do you want to uninstall this app? And I'm saying yes.
Very good.
And let me go back because there was more than one. Now I'm going to uninstall, same thing, the Norton Password Manager.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to restart my computer. Am I going to lose you again?
Yes, you are. So go ahead and click that Restart Now button and then reconnect to the Zoom session once you're back up.
I'm having trouble, which is interesting. As soon as I take my hand off of the app, oh, there we go. Yep. It's not that easy to get rid of Norton Password Manager. Hold on. It's not wanting to. Oh, it says on it. There we go. All right. So I'm going to restart.
Okay. Very good. Go ahead. Yeah. All right. So Patty's restarting her computer. She's uninstalled the app from her phone. Now is a Android phone. On a iPhone, what am I thinking? You hold down the home button. No, that's not right. That's Siri. Oh, yeah, just long press on the app, wherever it is on your home screen, and that gives a little pop-up menu for remove app. I think they've actually changed that since the last time I uninstalled an app from my iPhone. So let's see, is Patti back yet? I'll switch over to the Zoom meeting, and it's just me. And her computer indicates that it's rebooting. And now it shows active, and it's coming back up now. I'll switch to that screen and show that it's giving me this button for launch remote control session. I'll click on that and blur the screen. And I hear Patti's doorbell on my computer. So
Do you know what's interesting?
What's that?
Even after I installed it, I got a message on my computer that I need to unlock my password vault. So it's not giving it. Oh, wait. I still have two more. I had 4 icons. Didn't even realize it. Hold on. There's 4 icons for LifeLock Norton.
All right.
But it doesn't say password manager. I don't know why. Hold on. This one. Okay. Okay. Hopefully that's it. Okay.
That is one of the frustrations I have with all of the third
do you see
party.
This? Do you see this?
Yeah, mobile lock request. Let's see. Is there anything private here? Can I unblur?
No, you can unblur. I'll move you. There you go.
All right. Let's see. Let's get back to here. Let's see. Mobile unlock request. We didn't get your approval confirmation. So this is, since you tried to uninstall that from your mobile device, that constituted a unlock request apparently to unlock your mobile phone from Norton's protection. So it wants you to essentially give a confirmation of that through your computer. So let's see, there's a resend. Now that resend is implying that it's going to resend something to your mobile device. I'm inclined to do the intervault password.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't see anything that says Norton on my phone. Okay, hold on. Are you going to blur this then?
Yeah, you're blurred right now.
Okay.
So there you're entering a password. And then you'll click that Open Vault button. Validating password. You can minimize that Zoom meeting.
And it went away.
Okay. Let's see. Nothing private on the screen, is there?
No.
All right. So we're unblurred. Yeah, let's close that. And we don't have any email windows open underneath. What's that icon down in your taskbar to the left of the Zoom icon?
Oh.
What's that one?
Windows
Security Alert.
Security Alert.
Yeah, go ahead. So this is
It's for you.
Oh, that's for my remote access. Yeah, click on the Allow Access button for that. That might be to allow me to be able to click on things. I'm going to try the Minimize button for your browser. And whoops, I got the wrong mouse. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I was able to minimize that. All right, check your system tray in the bottom right corner to be sure that the Norton icons are gone.
Yes.
Okay, there's one other place I'd like for us to go to check on that. So click on the Start button and then go to Settings, the gear icon for Settings, then go to Apps. You're blurred. And let's see, there's nothing private here. So yeah, go down and see if there's anything Norton or LifeLock.
Oh, I didn't
What
look
a,
live. No, there's no LifeLock, but
there's
let's
no
see if there's,
LifeLock. Is
see
there
if
any
there's Norton.
Norton?
No, it doesn't look like.
No. How about Symantec? That's another name that they use.
No.
Symantec is the corporation's name. Okay, scroll up to the top of this list. Then on the upper right corner, programs and features. This is how we get to the old style screen for uninstalling programs. Go ahead. And this is where you're going to have to go to uninstall programs that are not Windows 10 aware. So there's no LifeLock. They're in alphabetical order. Is there a Norton?
Doesn't look like it. Norton
No.
Semantics. No.
And no Symantec. So we've got all of that cleaned up from your computer.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that should get rid of the nuisance factor that it's been for you. Now, you said you've already changed a lot of your passwords.
Yes.
And you've got those recorded somewhere.
Yes.
And I think you've also, some time ago, actually, you told Google Chrome to stop remembering passwords or stop offering to remember passwords and to stop entering passwords for you. So we had a conversation through text about what you should do moving forward. So the two things that have been on the table is LastPass or just allowing Google Chrome to remember your passwords. And I'm fine with Google Chrome remembering your passwords if your Google password is a good secure password and that you have two-factor authentication configured so that if somebody tries to change your Google password, they will get challenged and be unable to meet that challenge. So how do you feel at the moment between Google Chrome remembering your passwords and using LastPass?
So my question would be, and I'm not very familiar with LastPass, does LastPass remind you ever so often and give you a change? I'm not good about changing my passwords unless that's something you're saying you don't need to do. You know, some of them say remember to every 30 days or every 2 months change your password. How do you feel about that?
Well, the advice from the security experts have changed, has evolved over time. And the most recent evolution, I'm going to switch back to our Zoom meeting because we're just having a conversation now. So you're coming back on camera. And so it used to be that was a recommendation, change every so often. And use complex passwords. And the reason why the security experts have kind of evolved away from that is that that caused people to keep writing passwords down and then scratching them off and then forgetting or not being able to keep track of which is which. And it actually became more of a security risk because of how people would write them down and have them visible and accessible. So then it got to it more recently has evolved to use a password that's long, that has a good ranking through a site like that how secure is my password.net, that's easy for you to type so you can type a long password without having to look at it on a piece of paper every 2 seconds. And then it's okay to keep it for a long time.
Okay.
And that's my current
Okay.
feelings.
So
I like
whatever's
keeping a long time.
easier. After doing this,
Yeah.
Doug, I didn't realize this was going to be so much difficulty. But I have another question before we end.
Right.
Where's the two-step authentication for Google? I don't know that I know where that is.
Okay, well, let's go into your Google account and have a look at that. I'd like to capture that on video, and of course, I'll do a lot of blurring. So I've got your computer on screen now, and we'll minimize the Zoom session. And then go ahead and close that Programs and Features window. Close the Apps and Features window, and then go back into Google Chrome, and you are blurred. And then the kebab menu in the upper right, click on that, and then go down to settings. And then let's see, you're blurred and you've got sync is paused, and that's a work email address. So it looks like your Google Chrome is keyed to your work email address. And there's a sign in again button. So if you click on that sign in again button, it may ask you for your password. There's the email, your work email.
So why is this still there? That's Norton.
Yeah, you've got a Norton icon on the right-hand side of your Google Chrome. We have restarted the computer since uninstalling that. Oh, this is probably I'm not thinking of the right word, an add-in to Google Chrome that we need to turn off. So click on the kebab menu for Google Chrome again and go to settings. And on the left-hand side panel, there's an option called extensions towards the bottom. Click on extensions.
There it is.
So yeah, can I unblur this? Let's look
Yes.
that over, scroll
Yes.
up and down. Okay, so you're unblurred now. So we do have a Norton Password Manager as an extension. So uninstalling the Norton software did not uninstall the extensions, and there's also a Norton Safe Web that is also going to be annoying you. So we want to remove both of those by clicking the remove buttons. And then a confirmation for remove, and then do the same for Norton Safe Web. And let's look at the rest of your extensions there while we're here and see if there's anything else we want to get rid of. Chromats, Zoom, Cisco Web, those all look okay. All right, so then go back to the tab for your Google accounts, and you are blurred. That's the settings for Google.
You want me to sign in again?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Look what's there.
Yeah, but okay, let's close.
But maybe it's
Chrome.
because it's not. Maybe it's because I didn't restart.
Yeah, maybe we have to restart it. That tab was actually still open even. Yeah, let's actually close the entire Google Chrome with the X in the upper right corner of the Google Chrome. That's each tab. Okay. And there's another Google Chrome instance that's open on your taskbar. Let's close that too. Okay, now open Google Chrome and let's see if we get better results. You know what? That was a list of accounts. Let's talk about that. Go to your back button. Will I get us back to that list? Yeah. So you are blurred. So this is different accounts that have been used in Google Chrome.
On this computer. My daughter.
Yeah, now there is a remove account if you don't want those accounts being remembered by the computer. There's two accounts that look like your email addresses.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, do you want to remove any of those?
Probably this one. She doesn't live here. My other daughter is here.
All right.
On that computer. So probably this one. Click on this or remove account.
Click on remove an account.
And then click on this.
Yeah, click on the minus sign next to the account you want to remove, and then click a confirmation for yes, remove. So these 4 accounts are okay to leave on the computer?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so now those 2 accounts that use your email addresses, one is your work address and the other is one of your personal email addresses. Those may have different lists of remembered passwords. So do you always use one of those or do you switch between them?
Because this is work related.
Yeah.
I typically don't go on here. I did when I was working. So that's been 2 years ago. Right. So some may be saved. But if now I do not do personal on here, I go here because this is work and I'm no longer. Okay. And so there are 2 different lists and I've been trying to clean those up.
Okay. Well, the paused button in the upper right corner of Google Chrome has that same blue P that is associated with your work email account. So I'm inclined for you to click on your personal email account, and that's the one that we want to clean up because that's the one you intend to use.
So here is where I set up second step authentication.
Yeah, this
Do I
is,
need this, or I do?
yes, you do, because
Okay.
if somebody else tries to sign into your Google account who is not you, that would trigger a confirmation to your cell phone and they won't be able to
Okay.
complete that.
And what I just did is on the cell phone, it asked me, was I trying to access? And I hit yes. So this is why it opened.
Yeah, so that was an easy, simple way to confirm it. Now, we've got an interesting thing here. Can I unblur this screen?
Let me close this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm blurring. So we've got both of your accounts showing here in the upper right. This blue one was associated with your business account or your work account, and this orange P is your personal account. And I did happen to blur it just before
Thank
that
you.
email address popped up. Because when we float the mouse over these, it pops up an email address, and you are blurred while I was floating over that. So this is indicating that, yes, we're logged in under your personal account, but we have not actually made that the default account for Google Chrome on your computer. So if you would go ahead and click on the kebab menu, we're going to look for that and then go to settings. Oh, I saw a clue for that. But okay, so here on this screen, would you your screen is blurred, but if you would move your mouse to the middle of the screen where it says sync is paused, has your email address a little bit higher, right there, right there, right there where that blue profile icon is. It's kind of in the middle of the screen, and to the right of that, it says sync is paused, and it gives the email address that this Google Chrome is associated with. So to the right of that, we have a button that says turn off. Let's try that. I'm looking to disassociate. Now let's can you drag that window up a little bit so it covers your email address? It
No,
won't drag, will it?
no. Mm-mm.
Hmm. Okay, I'll just read it. This white window says turn off sync and personalization. Because this account is managed by, and it has your employer name, your bookmarks, history, passwords, and other settings will be cleared from this device. However, your data will remain stored in your Google account and can be managed on Google Dashboard. Well, that account was managed by your employers. Now, while you were signed in from that account, if you had Google Chrome remember passwords, then we're about to lose those by clicking this clear and continue button. But you have already changed the passwords for your accounts, and the only passwords that were remembered by it was that one password that was reused too much. Is
Right,
that right?
but what's interesting, can I put cancel
Yeah,
here?
go ahead, cancel.
What's interesting is this is where I think this comment is on both of mine, which doesn't, both
It could
accounts.
be. Scroll down a little bit so we hide your email, and then I can unblur there, right? To show what you're asking about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're unblurred. So this place here where it says passwords, 40 compromised passwords. We went through those in the last video. But what you're saying here is that these compromised passwords you think are associated with both of your
Yes.
email addresses. Well, probably not, because, and don't do it yet, but in a moment we'll go look at these passwords, and I think all of those passwords show your personal email address and the passwords. It's your work related Google account that is remembering the passwords for those other websites, but they use your personal email address and that overused password.
Okay.
I think I'm right about that. I'm going to
Okay.
blur the screen. Go ahead and click on that.
On here?
Yep. I think that's that right arrow you have to click on, yeah. And then scroll down, and there's one instance of your work email address. There's a second instance. So there is some mix
Yeah.
of email addresses. But this list of remembered passwords, I'm pretty sure that this is all associated with your Google account that uses your work email address. When we sign into your Google account using your personal email address, I think we're going to have a different list
Yeah, I think
of
we are too.
remembered passwords.
But
I mean, it may be,
some of these have crossed over, but I'm okay because
yeah,
the one, and you've shown me how to go in and get a new password if I have to. So
yeah.
what would you like me to do here?
Okay, at the top of that area, there's a left arrow next to the word passwords to go back to the prior screen. And then scroll up. We are blurred. And then turn off. There's a button there for turn off. So we turn off to the right of your mouse.
And Doug, the syncing is just what then? When we're turning sync off on my business, what does that do?
That is syncs to other computers that are using this same email address for Google Chrome.
Okay, then I can't because I have a laptop that is connected to this, to the business.
Well, that's okay. We're only turning this off for this computer. We're not going to affect the laptop.
Okay, so, but however, does that mean I can't use this email and have those things still saved here on this computer when I'm doing work?
You could sign in to Google Chrome with your work email address to be able to do that.
Okay.
But if you, that paused indicator in the upper right corner of Google Chrome, I'm going to move the mouse to refer to what I'm pointing to up here.
Yes.
This pause item here, that what is paused? The thing that is paused is syncing. So if you make changes in Google Chrome, such as what a remembered password in Google Chrome, since syncing is paused, that's not going to get synchronized to your laptop. If you have made changes in Google Chrome on this computer that you want your laptop to know about, then you should go ahead and sign in again in order to get that sync accomplished. Then you could turn off the syncing from this computer.
So basically I want to turn it off. I don't want.
I think so.
Okay,
yeah,
so just turn it off.
I agree. Yeah. And then you got a message. Because this account is managed by your employer, your bookmarks, history, passwords, and other settings will be cleared from this device. However, your data will remain stored in your Google account and then can be managed on Google dashboards. Since your data is remaining in the account, it's still available for the laptop. Okay, so go ahead and click the clear and continue button. Now I'm gonna, let's see, if you float over either of those two icons up there in the upper right corner, does that show anything private?
If something needs your attention, click for details, customize and control Google Chrome.
Yeah, neither of those are private, right?
So I can unblur. Hold on, I don't, am I blurred?
You're blurred right now. I'm asking if
can I click and see? Let's click and see.
Go ahead.
New extension added, Adobe. I think this is my personal, but I don't know. Why am I getting that? What does it need?
Okay, let me unblur that because that's not private, right?
No.
Okay, so we're unblurred. So your question is this item up here that says new extension added Adobe Acrobat. That's Google Chrome has an extension so that PDF files could be displayed within a browser window. I don't think that's of much concern to you. It probably came to you by virtue of an update.
Okay.
So we're not concerned about that. At this point, Google Chrome is not signed in to any particular account. This exclamation mark has the customize and control Google Chrome. Something needs your attention. This would normally be that kebab menu, that three dots menu. And
Uh-huh.
it's only showing as a exclamation mark now because it says something needs your attention. So when we click on that, we get this regular Google Chrome menu, except it has this first item up here about new extension. We're going to go look at that in a minute and get that cleared. This yellow icon here is, oops, that's not what we wanted. Blurring. What is going on here?
Oh, it's my daughter's.
Oh, that's offering to synchronize for her.
And she uses this for work and for personal.
All right. So it's just offering that as another one, and here's you down here. So it's looking to me that it is logged in as her but not signed in. So let's go finish up with this exclamation mark, and we're still blurred. I'm clicking on that new extension added item to see what we can do about clearing that. And I'm going to drag my video out of the way. Nothing private here. Unblurring. Another program on your computer added an extension that may change the way Chrome works, and it was Adobe Acrobat. It can read and change all your data on the websites you visit, manage your downloads, communicate with cooperating native applications, and then it's allowing us to remove it or enable the extension. So my preference on this is I like to remove it, and the reason that is anytime I download an Adobe Acrobat PDF file, I'd rather see that in the Adobe Acrobat Reader program rather than see it in a browser window.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I wouldn't have known that. I was going to say, no, don't take it off. I bought that program, but you're just
Right.
saying it's how it's displayed.
It's how it's displayed. This
Okay.
allows Chrome to kind of get in the middle.
Okay.
And
So you want me removing from Chrome?
yeah, go ahead and remove it.
Okay.
All right, so that exclamation mark is gone now. We have the regular kebab menu in the upper right corner. All right, so we want to get signed in to Google Chrome as you, but before we do that, let's go look at that Chrome settings menu and the passwords list. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see that looking like it's your daughter's list.
Okay, so am I blurred?
Yeah, we're blurred. We're blurred. Go ahead and click settings. And there's no account name showing in here. Okay, so what happens when you click on passwords? There's no saved password. So let me unblur that for a moment. So this is looking like a completely empty account. And I'm guessing that's because even though your daughter's profile icon is up on the top of Google Chrome, it does indicate that it's not signed in.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and click, you're blurred again. Go ahead and click on that profile icon that is labeled for your daughter's name. Yeah. And then there's your personal, I think that
yes, this
orange
is it.
Patricia, yeah.
Okay.
Is
so
yours.
You want
okay, so that, yeah, that's signed in without asking for your password. Go down to settings, and then that has your personal email address. And there's a sync indicator up there. Go back up. See that circling arrow right here? It says syncing. So it looks to me like it's that's telling us that syncing is active. And since I think when it's actually actively uploading or downloading the synchronization data, that will be spinning, but I'm not certain if Chrome does that. I was concerned that it might be in the process of syncing, but no, I think it's just telling us that we're configured to sync. So go ahead and click into the password section.
Yep, here they are.
Yeah, and this is a different list because this is all your personal.
Yes.
Well, there was one instance of a work address, so there's a little bit of mixing there.
And that's okay, because if it doesn't do it on the other, at least I have it here that I can remember. Okay, because
Well, now these, some of these sites you have changed your password, haven't you?
I think I went through every one of them and changed it.
Yeah, but you weren't signed into your personal Google account at that time, so your list of passwords here is probably not current.
Okay, so am I blurred?
You are blurred. You can check
Let
on
me
it.
let me look up one.
Yeah, there's one. That one you're pointing to right now. Didn't we remove it?
Yeah, I thought
I
we
think we removed that while you were signed into your work. Yeah, go ahead.
So I do have a second step, but this password is the one that's very much overused. But let me, because this is how I open my computer. So no,
Yeah.
that's a change. That's a change since my data was breached. I did on here. So that's a change. That's new. That password is
That's a
new.
new password?
Yes.
All right.
So is this, but see, they're double. And I think I went in, you're right. Hold on. Let me see what this one is. I got to look on my paper. Hold on. No, I did keep that one. I need to change some of these. And let me look at this one. You're right. I think when I went to change, I didn't change. Oh my God. I didn't change here. I must have been on the other one. Let me go to my bank. Hold on. No, that's interesting. The bank isn't here. Let me
How about that? How about that exercise website or fitness?
The one that caused all the problems. I think I may have removed it from this list.
Well, we did remove it from the list when we were signed in with your work account, and I was
and it's not
thinking
and
it
see,
might
it's not
still be
here.
here. It's not here.
No,
Right.
and I want to look to see because I'm going to kick myself if I saved them on the wrong. I'll have to go back. I don't know what I did here because they're not all here. They're not all on this, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm thinking you would have to sign in to your Google account using your work address.
Okay, so let me go
to see those updated.
I'm still okay. So now because I'm not syncing, I gotta hold on. I gotta add.
Yeah, you'll add a new account here, and this will be your work address, and you could put in your name here in some way that indicates it's your work account.
Okay, let me see if
so it's easy to distinguish. Yeah, so you're calling it Patti Work. Bookmarks, we could skip that. We don't need bookmarks.
I'm blurred?
Yes. So you're putting in your work email address to sign back into that Google Chrome account. Okay, so we got a message indicating this account is managed by your employer. And there's a link data button. Now let's be careful here. There's a create new profile button. Let's look at this. You are signing in with a managed account and giving its administrator control over your Google Chrome profile. Your Chrome data, such as your apps, bookmarks, history, passwords, and other settings, will become permanently tied to that email address. You'll be able to delete this data via the Google account's dashboard, but you'll not be able to associate this data with another account. You can optionally create a new profile to keep your existing Chrome data separate. So let's talk about this. So that last Google Chrome account that we unlinked from this computer, We probably don't know between you and I right here whether that one was set up as a new profile on this computer or whether its data was linked with your work Chrome account.
Okay.
You might, as I'm talking through this, you might get an aha moment where you say, well, yeah, when I added the passwords for certain sites using my home computer, that showed up on the work computer. Is that the
Yeah,
case? Do you
that's
know
right.
that?
Yeah,
It
because I did.
did?
Right.
Okay. So then I think what we want to do is link data in order to gain access to that data that is stored in that account. Go ahead and do that. Turn on sync. Hang on. Sync your bookmarks, passwords, history, and more on all your devices. Okay, yes. Okay, and your screen is blurred. Yeah, go ahead, click on your settings.
And yet it's okay. So let's get
It's
okay.
popping up some more windows on us. Syncing, passwords, looking at the password section. Does it have them? Yes, it does. So does it have those new passwords that you created?
Hold on. Let me. Which one did I? Which one is new that I've changed? I've got to look. Oh, whoa! I'm not thrilled about this because it has. Okay. Hold on. Let me go to one that I know. Okay. Well, this could be work related. And I'm blurred, correct?
Yes, you're blurred.
Okay. Well,
How are you doing on time?
I probably have about 5 more minutes that I can.
All
And
right.
what's interesting? Oh, here it is. Oh, I'm very frustrated. That's not the that's not the email. That's not the password. Oh, that's not the password. Okay, so tell me before we hang up, what do I need to do? Because I now have passwords all over the place.
Yeah.
And that could be why, Doug, at times I get frustrated. I'll get on my phone and they'll say, we don't recognize you.
I well, you said for me to tell you what you need to do. Well, you
Right.
need to have a clear understanding on where and how these passwords are stored because you've got multiple different places where they're being stored. They're being stored as you've got 3 email accounts. Each of those can have their own list of passwords. You've got a work associated Google account that passwords can be stored there. During part of the time when you were trying to fix your password issues, your Google Chrome on this computer was not syncing. So before we turned off that account for this computer, I believe we did a sync. I think we did a synchronize. Now, at that point, this computer would have attempted to synchronize with your work-related Google account, but if it found 2 differing passwords there, which one took precedence? Should have been the one that was more recent. But it's possible that some of these passwords had gotten changed from your work computer more recently than this computer. I'm not sure. Did you say you actually haven't been working? Are you retired from that employer or what?
Oh, I'm retired, but I'm working for them part-time, so I still have an
Working for them.
account.
So you still
Right,
access the computer
right,
at
right. But
work.
what's interesting is so what you're pointing out is I've never thought of coming here to my work to look up this website because I don't access it on my work account. So may I show
Yeah.
you something too before we hang up?
Let me
What is
check to see it. We're
okay?
still blurred.
Are we still
Oh,
blurred?
actually, your computer's not even on screen right now.
Okay.
We're on the Zoom. Where Zoom is on the video.
So what does the removed mean here?
Okay, what remove means on this password list is it's only removing that account from this computer with this Google Chrome account.
Okay.
So if this password exists on this computer with other Google Chrome accounts, then clicking remove here is not going to remove that. It does not remove your account with that website. It does not remove your password from that website. It only removes it from this list. Now, if you have syncing currently turned on, which we do, that means clicking remove here is going to remove it from any other computer that is signed into Google Chrome with this same email address.
So what would you, and we have 2 minutes, what would you advise to someone in my position to do first? You go clean up all of your passwords on my personal account, and then I would turn off the sync? Or is that a topic for another day?
No, I think that's okay. So you said clean up of the passwords on your Google Chrome account,
Personal.
personal, for your personal email address, and that's going to clean those up in Google's records. So then any other computer that has your Google Chrome personal account, as soon as it synchronizes with Google, those passwords will get wiped out. However, if that computer has syncing paused, then it will still have those passwords.
Okay. So, and remind me, because we turned it back on to sync. When I'm done cleaning up everything, how do I turn this? Where do you go to say no, don't sync?
Go to the top of this screen. Let's see, actually the left arrow next to the word passwords. And then scroll up.
Oh,
and
right
there's
there.
a turn off button. So right now you are syncing with your work email address. So any cleanup you do while syncing is on, that's going to affect your work computer as long as it is actively syncing.
Okay,
If it
so
has syncing paused, then it's still going to have those
what's
passwords.
wrong, Doug, with just turning it off and then just figuring out my life on my other? Why not keep it off then?
Why not keep it off? Meaning turn off. You could do it either way. That's your choice. If you turn off syncing here, then you could say that you're just going to go to your work computer and you'll manage the passwords for your work account
Oh, I
from that
see.
computer.
Got it. Okay.
Now, however, if you do that, let's suppose you turn syncing off here. Right now, you're signed on to Google with your work email address. So you turn off syncing here and you go to your work computer and you go through the managing of your passwords there and you clean it up.
Hold
You
on.
come back. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on 1 minute. Dr. Lynn, I'm on another call. Can I call you right back in 1 minute? Okay, thanks. Bye. I'll call them back 1 minute. Okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. We're back. Let's see, where are we? Well, I'm showing your computer right now with a blurred screen. So what you're proposing is turn off syncing on this computer for your work email account, then go to your work computer and manage your stuff there.
Right.
And get your accounts cleaned up how you want. Okay. Now, when you come back home and look at this computer with your work email account while syncing is off, you're going to see that you're going to be frustrated again because you're going to see that everything's still here. Okay. Well, that's because syncing is turned off. Syncing has to be on for the changes you make at work to be reflected on your home computer with your work address.
So is the best thing to do, once I've got all my passwords taken care of, does it take care of if, let's say, there's something here that's personal that I go remove because it's off of here, but when it syncs, it'll come back? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
If you go to your work computer and remove all of those personal accounts from your work computer with your work, when Google is signed in with your work email address, if you had left syncing on with your home computer, when you come home, you'll find that it matches your work computer.
Okay.
And I think that's what you would want.
Yes. Okay. All right. We'll leave
So
it on.
I think leaving syncing on. Now, that also means that you could do all of that management from your home computer. And when you go to the office, the changes you made at home are going to show up
Right.
the same way at work, as long as your work computer is actively syncing in
Got it.
Google Chrome with your work email address.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I'll leave it up to you to contact me for another session.
Okay.
If you when and if you want that. And I'm going to switch back to the Zoom meeting. We're still on video and just saying goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Let's click over here and end the Zoom session. And then you remember how to turn your icons back on?
Yes, I do.
Right?
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to end the meeting and then end the remote control. Okay, and punch back to my camera and ending the remote session. Wow, I can see how that can get really confusing for a person. There's so many different accounts and ways that the computer can remember passwords and ways that things can be frustrating on a computer. So if you would like to request a free computer support session, send an email to me, DougBetts at LiveWindowsTraining.com. These sessions are free. You're providing value to me and to essentially the world at large by allowing me to make videos out of the help that I provide to you with your computer. And so I guess that's all I need to say in ending. So I hope this was useful to you. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.